The materials you'll need for the first part are glitter, which I'm using Nora, that's available on my website, a silicone bowl and a wooden stick that are from Amazon, and UV resin, which I'm using the brand Sana, that is also available on Amazon. Alright, let's begin. So I'm just taking the lid off so you can see how much I pour. So I will be doing about filling up half of the silicone bowl, and then I'll be adding the UV resin in, which the UV resin I like to add like about covering the whole top of it. Not too much though. And that should be enough. And when I stir it and I kind of watch, if I'm seeing more clear UV resin, I add more glitter. If I'm seeing it's just not like this, where it's not having a lot of UV resin, I'll add maybe like a dime of UV resin. Not too much, just to kind of make it more runny, to where it will be more glitter than resin. See, I need to add one more dime of UV resin. Hopefully that did the trick. I think that's it. So that's what it looked like. Still where it's clumping up with each other, but runny enough to where when I put it in the wooden bezel, it'll spread better. And then we're gonna take this away for a minute, and then get out your wooden bezel, or if you're using a mold. And you have to peel the tape off the wooden bezel. The tape is to protect it in the laser cutting process and also the cleaning process. It'll scrape off the wood if I don't have the tape on. And it'll also, for shipping, I like to keep the tape on. So any scratches that happen, the wood will be protected by the tape. So that one's done. Put that one to the side, and the other pair right here. There we go. And then the other side. And all cleaned up. So we're gonna take that away, and I'm using the resin light from Let's Resin, and this is the tray that it will come with. So we're gonna put down some resin tape. I use the TSS Art resin tape from Amazon. It's the best one I've used in like forever, because every other tape I'll have it is when it'll, like, everything comes up, and then it just kind of ruins the look of the piece. But this tape I haven't had a problem with. And then we're gonna put this down right there. Get some more tape. And there we go. And then we're gonna take our wooden bezels and place it on the tape and pressing it down just to make sure nothing can leak under the wooden bezel. And there we go. And then we're gonna grab back our glitter. And because the glitter is a dark color, you don't add a lot of it to where it'll fill the top, because then it won't cure all the way through with the light. So we're just spreading it around, making sure to get into all the little air pockets and crevices. And I'm gonna add the other side. if your glitter is like iridescent or a lighter color, like if you can see through your glitter, you'll be able to add it like all the way to the top and your UV light can cure all the way. That's what I do. But if it's like dark like this, you have to layer it just because the UV light can't see through it. I'm just popping all those air bubbles, making sure everything looks good. Alrighty. And then we're gonna take our lighter and just pop any air bubbles we can't see. And we're gonna take it to our UV light. And now it's all cured. And we're gonna do the second layer of glitter on the inside. We're just gonna take a little bit of it and just let it spread around. Making sure, if anything we miss, like a little hole or something, grab a little bit more. And then the other side. There we go. And then after this, we'll take our lighter, pop any air bubbles, and then put it back under the light, and then the glitter will be done after that. And our lighter. And then it'll go back under the UV light. Now that is all cured and we're ready to add we're just doing a clear UV resin on the backs of them, just to cover up any pointy glitter and just make it looking pretty. And then I'm using a dotting tool that I got from Amazon to help spread the resin around better. Just easier to use instead of like a wooden stick or, I don't know, any tool in general. You can also use a silicone tool, but I like how the dotting tool works. I'm just being careful around the holes. Don't want to get resin in them. And then we're going to take our lighter and pop any air bubbles. And then we'll take it back under for another cure. After that's done curing, now we're going to go to the front. So we're just going to peel off our tape. And then we're going to stick our wooden bezels back on. If you notice like any like black areas to where the glitter doesn't look like it kind of, I don't know, like looks glittery, I guess. You could stick on glitter back on it, but I don't see anything wrong with these. And we're just gonna do another layer of UV resin, just clear on the front to make them look pretty. I'm going to take our dotting tool again and just carefully spread the resin around the wooden bezel. Trying not to get in the hole. If it does go in the hole, you can either drill it out, or if the resin is uncured for a minute, you could try to poke it out with like a tweezer or something small that can try to grab the resin out. And that looks good. Just need our lighter. Pop all those air bubbles. And it'll go back under the light for the last time. And now they're all done. So here's a closer look of what the wooden bezel looks like. The glitter is so pretty. And just comment down below if you have any questions. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And thank you guys. Bye.